Welcome back here to the Mountain Morning Show. Right now, I am thankful to be joined by Captain Phil Kirk of the Park City Police Department here to talk about a brand new non-lethal restraint tool that they're going to be using here. It's called the BolaWrap. Captain Kirk, how are you doing today?
Good morning, Diego.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I woke up a little nervous this morning when I thought I was going to have to demonstrate this BolaWrap live on television. But let's explain to the viewers what exactly this BolaWrap is and why you guys sourced it for your police department.
Well, it's a new device that's out on the market. It actually hasn't been tested yet. We get to be one of the first agencies in the U.S. to test it out. That's cost about $800 per unit. And what it is, it's a device that shoots out a 8-foot tether around the individual that you're trying to restrain. It's called a remote restraint device. And in theory, this tether then wraps around the individual, restraining their arms or their legs, and gives you enough time as an officer or officers to then restrain them without causing any injury.
And really be able to kind of de-escalate a situation that could be getting really kind of dangerous. It provides police the opportunity to non-lethally and non-painfully, I guess you could say, restrain someone in a very kind of, I guess, humane way, you could say. There's other methods that have been used, obviously the taser, pepper spray, these are things we're all very familiar with. Why the move towards these kind of more non-pain-based restrainment methods?
Well, I think it's a more humane way of dealing with it. Another tool that we have to deal with individuals that, you know, they're not, you wouldn't use this against somebody who's armed or whatever,
absolutely.
because there is a bit of, well, and we're not sure how effective it's going to be until we actually test this, but it sounds like a great idea. We saw a demonstration just last week by the company. We get a chance to test it out and at no cost. And this type of device, it doesn't cause any pain, in theory, and it restrains the individual temporarily. Kind of stuns them too, because you know not many people are aware of this particular type of device
Absolutely.
yet, and so they're not sure what's going on. But either their arms, like I said, or their legs are then wrapped around by this BolaWrap device. Gives us enough time to then fully restrain them without causing them injury.
Absolutely, and as you said, this is obviously used in a situation where the person is not armed, where there's no kind of threat to the police there. And I think this mirrors really a big trend in policing across the country, and really becoming very aware of mental health situations in communities and mental health communities, and how to police that, because it can be a very, very difficult thing. I mean, I don't blame you guys by any means. It's a very hard thing to tackle, to figure out how do we humanely enforce these laws? How do we humanely restrain people? And I think this tool could be a really good way to use that. But ultimately, you said it's got to go through the testing first, right?
Right, and you're absolutely right. That's a growing issue. This dealing with people with mental health issues. This might be the perfect type of tool in dealing with that situation. We're going to test it out and see if that really works. But we are looking for better ways of doing our job, and this one less harm potentially caused to the individual we're dealing with.
That's excellent. Do you think I mean, obviously, if the signs are, if the reports kind of come back positive, if it comes back that it's really effective tool, do you think this is something that could spread to not only other police departments here in the state of Utah, but across the country?
That's their hopes, and I think with us testing it out, the chief, our chief, Wade Carpenter, knows the individual that is manufacturing, or the company owns the company, who is with the International Association of Chiefs of Police. So there are a number of other agencies looking at this. We got to be one of the first to test it out, though.
Well, that's really cool that we have the opportunity to see how this is all going to work here in the Park City community. Where can people go for more information or to keep up to date? Well,
probably the best place is go online to their BolaWrap 100 is the model, and check it out and see the demonstration. And we had kind of an all-day demonstration with the company here last week. They had a mannequin and they shot, and our officers were able to use the device a number of times. Every time it seemed to work pretty well, but doing it on real human beings, we haven't gotten to that level.
That can, there's a whole lot of factors there that you can't account for in a controlled environment. So it will be interesting to see how this turns out. So thank you so much, Captain Kirk, for coming on and letting us know about this. And thanks also to the Park City Police Department for finding new ways and innovative ways to kind of police the community in a very humane way, I guess you could say. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Diego. And if you'd like to come in and be our first model to demonstrate this. We'd love to look at some people from the community
All right.
to help us out.
Well, catch me doing the 40-yard dash and tripping with the BolaWrap here in a few maybe days on PCTV reports. So we may have to make that happen there. So thanks again, Captain Kirk. We'll see you there.
All right.
I'll see you with that wrapper on my legs. We're going to continue here on the Mountain Morning Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.